go into the final death agonies of Tiswas this morning. I'm just trying to get rid of a particularly nasty custard pie I had from Dartford. Will you stop that? Right, let's move on. In fact, for a regular item on the programme, in fact, it's so regular we've only done it once. Here we go with what the papers say, or what they probably wish they hadn't said. Yeah, it's time once again to look at some of those shock headlines and terrible grammatical blunders that enrich our enjoyment of our local and national papers. It's the big blaring headlines that I like
Violence, Judge hits out.
From the Nottingham Evening Post, and
3 battered in fish shop.
from the Evening News.
A while back, this headline.
Star's broken leg hits box office.
Exploded on the front page of the Evening Argus, while...
Scotland to be sold.
And we never did quite find out the true story really behind that one, but it appeared on the front page of a property magazine.
Around the same time, the headlines of the Evening Standard were screaming,
Filming in cemetery angers residents.
and revolting police takes over Bolivia.
Then there are the ones that read over a day or two don't make a whole lot of sense, like this little couplet. The Times on February the 23rd sadly announced...
Nizam of Hyderabad is dead.
And then on the 24th of February, the next day, the Times carried out a second headline.
Nizam of Hyderabad, slightly better.
The Portsmouth Evening News a while back carried this.
Sir Dallas Brooks, 67, arrived back in London today after nearly 114 years as Governor of Victoria, Australia. It is the longest term anyone has served in that office. Another remarkable old gentleman is made even more famous by the Evening Echo.
Said 92-year-old Mr. Alfred Purdy of Abbott's Langley Hospital as he looked round at the Christmas decorations from his wheelchair. It's quite a change from the hospital. It's the first time I've been out hopping for some time.
Lawbreakers regularly come in for the full press mistreatment. The Western Morning News.
During the past few weeks, 3 bicycles have been stolen from Exeter streets. The police consider that a bicycle thief is at work.
And in the Leicester Mercury...
The explanation given by Patrick Rivers to the police for a dead but still warm pheasant found in the lining of his jacket was that he'd seen the bird walking down the road looking poorly and he felt sorry for it.
Meanwhile, in the Denver Post...
The raider brandished a gin as he entered the bank. One of my favourites. Not a very good photo, this one, actually, but if you can see it, it does make me laugh. There's a picture of a bearded gentleman holding a cello, and underneath is a caption saying, Mr. Alf Chapman casts an expert's eye over one of the tomatoes he judged at the Rose and Crown Gardener's show. I don't really understand it either. In the Surrey Mirror, we found this.
The bride made her own wedding gown, a classic style in white brocade. The train was at 6:15 p.m. from Redhill.
In a Midland parish magazine, we found this.
All those who wish to give eggs to the needy are asked to lay them in the font.
And in a... Be quiet. And in a Nottingham evening paper, there was this one.
A bottle of whiskey and a bottle of sherry together worth £3 16 shillings was stolen by a gurgler who forced a window in a house in Grandfield Avenue, Radcliffe on Trent last night.
And finally, my favourite of this week comes from our very own Evening Mail. It's a letter and it says, I am married to a sewage worker. My small son, age 4, pulls the chain after going to the toilet and announces with pride that it's on its way to Daddy.